And the small of the back is down on the floor. So we're going to start with our hands nice and wide, elbows are wide, hands are right behind the head. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale up for 2, in for 2. Exhale out for 2, in for 2. Nice and easy. So same length of time up as you go down. And in, and out for 2, in for 2, 4 left, and in. This is 3. Pulling your ribs into your hips, 2, and down. Last one, up for 2, and down for 2. Awesome. Okay, let's bring the feet in closer to the hips. We're going to press into the heels and come up into bridge pose. So shoulders are down away from the ears. Take an inhale. All right, and as you exhale, together, push the floor away, come up, 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 up. Rolling through the vertebrae. When you get to the top of the pose, take another sip of air and roll down, starting at the shoulders, down through the middle of the back. Small of the back comes back down, and finally the glutes. Take another inhale. This is slow and controlled. We don't want to feel any of this going into the low back. And when I say that, I mean we want all of the muscle contractions to be felt mostly through the glutes. So if you feel any pinching in the small of your back, that usually means you're going too high. So just come down a little bit. And we want to picture our vertebrae rolling up and down. Let's do one more together. And exhale down. Real quick, knees to chest. And we're going to do our 100. So to recap, for anyone who's not been here in a while, option A is 90-degree feet. Option B is perpendicular. Legs are straight, toes are pointed. Option C, toes are pointed, legs out at 45. So we're going to inhale to pump the arms for 5 and exhale for 5. Let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5. In. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. Halfway there, in. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. 3, 4, 5, in. 3, 4, 5, out. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Good. All right, let's do some leg and hip mobility. So we're going to do the alphabet with our whole right leg. So leg is straight, toe is pointed, or toes are pointed. We don't only have one toe. And you can have a gentle turn out if you want. I'm not going to be too picky about it today. But pressing into the left heel, you can see I'm wiggling my toes there. Keeping my left knee steady, I'm going to start drawing the alphabet with my right leg, nice and big, to warm up my hip flexor, and also warming out all my stabilizers, my inner thighs. I'm feeling it there a little bit, my quads, and a little bit of my low abs, especially here as I draw this V. Anything that's lower than that 45-degree angle, that's going to trigger your low abs to turn on, which is good. So make sure that the lower part of your back, that curve of your back, stays down on the floor. And keep an eye on your breathing. If you notice that you're holding it, be aware of that. And see if you can make it a little bit more smooth and controlled. It's not easy, but that's why we're here, right? Hope you guys are having a good week so far. If you've noticed, I upgraded. I got a brand new yoga mat. I'm very excited about that. That's one of the most exciting things to happen to me in probably all week. Yeah, I've had the same old gray yoga mat since I was like 13. And it served me very well, but it was literally falling apart as of last week. I would finish one of my HIIT classes, and I noticed all these weird little gray fuzzies all over my leggings and my back and all over my floor. And I realized it was coming from my mat. It was literally disintegrating. So it was time for an upgrade. So I like this guy so far. This is his very first, or her, however my mat wants to identify. This is her first inaugural test run, if you will. So far they're killing it. So today's purple. I might switch it next time to blue. All right, I just finished my right leg. So if you're about matching my pace, you should be switching in the next few seconds or so. But if not, no worries. How's your breathing doing? I talk a lot, especially this class, since it's a little bit slower paced. So I got to remind myself every now and then to take a deep breath. So that's your opportunity to remind yourself to do that as well. Let's go through our checklist of form. Am I pushing down into the floor with my right leg? If so, you should feel your booty turn on just a little bit. We don't need it as much as we did in, say, like bridge pose or in like fire hydrants, which we'll do later. But we do want to make sure that our stabilizers are keeping us in alignment. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. And our abs are softly engaged. We're starting to probably feel our obliques turn on our hourglass muscles, if you will. Especially on the letters like H, I, J, S is a fun one. And by fun, I mean difficult usually. And then are the toes pointed? That's another checklist item. All right, keep the breathing normal. Whatever you brought with you to class that's sitting heavy on your mind, see if you can take the next few minutes to let it leave you. Just for the next half hour or so. We don't need it in here. Is the small of your back still down? There shouldn't be any space between you and the floor. Good. I'm on X, Y, and Z. Excellent. All right, knees into chest when you're done. I'll give you guys about 10 more seconds to finish up if you're still going. Excellent. Here comes my assistant on camera to check our form. Say hi to Daphne. There she goes. Hi. She's like, who's talking to me? All right. Moving on. So if you're catching up, that's A-okay. Let's do a quick hip flexor stretch after all that. So right knee to right armpit, and you're going to draw that little horseshoe shape. Not too hard. And you'll notice my left leg is staying as engaged as I can keep it. And it can lift off the floor a little bit, or you can just think of pushing that heel into the opposite wall. You should feel a really nice stretch in that left hip flexor. Let's go ahead and switch. Awesome, guys. What day was it? Monday? Yes. All right. Let's do a couple roll-ups, just a few, just to get it in our body. So the legs are long. This time we can allow that curve of the spine to lift up. This first one will be reaching for the sky. So inhaling through the nose, feet are now flexed. As I exhale, I curl my chin to my chest. My belly button goes down through the floor, and I reach away with zero momentum. Halfway, we always sit up as tall as we can. And then we continue to dive forward into the swimming pool past the toes, where we inhale again. Hi, Dee Dee. And good. This is your time to use a variation. We're only going to do 2 more reps, including the one you're currently on here. So this is your chance to do hands behind the head if you're working on what's called your neck pull. So elbows are wide, so I'm not actually pulling on my neck. You'll see I'm staying really lifted until this very last moment. So there's zero tension. And once you've done your last one, you're going to come right back into that rest pose. Good. Scoot down a little bit. All right. Now, as you finish up, let's go ahead and begin our single leg stretch, nice and slow, in case anyone's still finishing that last roll up. If you are, well done, because it's really hard to go that slow. So as we're here, I'm reaching my legs out at about 45 degrees, maybe a little bit less. My low spine is connected to the floor. My belly button's pulled in. My chin is to my chest. And I'm inhaling on the same leg every time. Now, if this isn't hard enough, add that cross crawl or crisscross. And instead of leading with the elbow, lead with the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, turning on the obliques. Keep the elbows wide though. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. All right, rest pose just for a moment. Let's come up onto our bottom into a seated position. We're gonna do some reverse crunches. So come up into that partial teaser pose, but you can drop the legs a little bit. And we're just gonna inhale to extend, exhale to contract. In, and out. If this feels too easy, you can bring the arms out of the equation and come into a full boat pose. If that feels too hard or you're struggling, you can walk your arms a little farther back and just don't extend as far and make it more of a low body move. We're almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, and 1. Good. All right, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, sit up tall to stretch the low back. Shoulders down away from the ears. Interlace your fingers underneath the soles of your feet. And very gently lean it forward. Try and keep your spine straight until the very last moment, and then you can curve over. We're not here for long. All right. Let's flip over into swan pose. And we're going to do some anterior chain work, which is just fancy way of saying we're going to work the front now. All right, so squeeze the glutes, push up into swan, shoulders down away from the ears. You guys know the drill. You can stretch the obliques by looking over each shoulder. All right. And real quick, knees apart, toes together, child's pose, not for long, just to recalibrate. So we're trying now to face the floor, which is called prone. And we started class supine, which meant lying on our spine. It's an easy way to remember it. Come into high palm plank. So shoulders are right over the wrists. So a lot of times I say, come into plank, and in class I see people here. So as a recap, make sure your body is in one straight line. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Heels are towards the floor, hips are up at the sky, and my chest is reaching for the floor. Inhale, come back forward. If that feels easy enough, add that cross body twist, opposite hand, opposite knee, and inhale to come back up. Exhale, opposite hand, opposite knee. We'll see if this mat passes the slide test. So far, so good. Let's do 4 more just to warm up. 4, 3, make sure you don't drop your hips too far when you come back, keep it lifted. This is 2, and you can drop to your knees when you get to 1. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's do some fire hydrants. So we're gonna start with the left leg. You guys know the rule. We lift up, shin is parallel to the floor, except today we're gonna add that straight leg extension at the top before we come back down. So 3 tiny exhales, 2, 1, inhale down. 3, 2, 1, down. Now as we keep going, I talk to the camera a lot, but I want you guys to be facing the floor. so that we don't get any weird crimps in the neck and the whole upper body stays in alignment. I'm gonna try and set a better example today. I just like looking at you, you're so pretty. Squeezing the booty, resisting gravity, and make sure that when you lift, this doesn't happen. Do you see how I'm kind of sneaking down a little early? Keep it lifted the whole time. Let's do 4. Shoulders right over wrists. 3, 2. Last one. Woo! All right. We're going to switch to the other side real quick to give that left leg a chance to recover. So same thing, same pattern. Take an inhale, and when you're ready, I'm going to scoot back so I'm not completely out of frame. We exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down, 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh, this leg's already tired, huh? Anybody else have that problem? It's because this leg has already spent that last circuit being our stabilizer. Don't worry, let's see, what else can I talk about? That's what I do when things get hard in this class. I'm starting to put up my holiday decorations. If my dad was here, he'd say that's way too soon. He used to like to wait until Thanksgiving, but it's my house, my rules now. So I have a couple garlands up. I have a fun banner in the corner. I won't do the tree till after Thanksgiving. That's a hard no for me. That's a hard limit. I gotta wait till the turkey has his day. Let's do 4, 3, almost there, stay with it, breathe, 2, whoo! And 1, and done. Oh my gosh, okay. Sit back for a minute, give your wrists a little break. So roll them out, you can interlace the fingers, do the figure 8. And you can also walk them out. This is my favorite personally. Make sure there's 0% body weight here. Be very gentle. But just walk them out. Get some blood down there. Oh, my booty hurts, you guys. That's a good one. All right. We're going to do one more thing for the legs, bringing awareness now to the hamstrings, but continuing to work the glutes. Let's just go back to the right side. This is a quick and dirty. So we're going to tap the outer edges of the mat behind us, and we're going to try really hard to keep our abs isolated out of the exercise. So we've done this before. This is just that triangle tap. We exhale as we go up, and so we don't want to have this happen, right? We want to keep everything in the low body. Do you see the difference between that and this? So keep your abs locked in place for the duration of the ride. And our heel is reaching straight up towards the ceiling, squeezing my glutes. Good. And again, you're probably going to feel this in your bottom glute as well, your stabilizing glute. So for me, that's my left leg right now. Belly button is pulled in. Think of elongating your spine. Try and grow a couple inches taller. I say that a lot, because by stretching our spine, that forces us to squeeze our core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, real quick, switch to the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. I know it's not a dance class, but it's kind of like the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, except makes me want to start dancing when I say 5, 6, 7, 8. So second side is usually where we lose form. So go through that laundry list in your head. How can you make your form a little bit cleaner where it is right now? Because I can't see you, and that's okay. But that means you got to be your own instructor. You have to be your own constructive critic, right? So that means pulling the belly in. We know, even if we don't know what that necessarily feels like, we know what it should look like, and vice versa. There are some people who learn by doing, Some learn by seeing, some learn by listening. I'm rambling because this really hurts. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. All right. And sit back one last time. Let's come back onto our back. So lying, anybody know, supine. You guys don't need to know that, that's not important, but it's cool. It makes you sound smart if you're able to use it in just like cocktail party conversation. Let's do our glute stretch. So right leg over the left knee, flexing my feet. And I'm just pulling my left leg in towards me very gently. And try and keep it dynamic. And let your breath catch up with you. Woo. Drawing tiny circles. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people are starting to decorate early this year because, frankly, there's not much else to do. You know, we have work and everything, but, you know, the holidays are going to be a little bit different, not being able to be with as many people as maybe we want to. I'll be celebrating here with my little brother, so that'll be really fun. But it'll be lots of FaceTime and lots of phone calls, lots of, you know, sharing pictures back and forth. So thank God for technology, right? I mean, here we are. I'd be out of a job if it weren't for technology. All right. And come into rest pose. Take a couple inhale, exhales here. All right. Now we're gonna do a couple more ab things before we stretch. So hands are gonna come down by the sides. Tuck your belly button in, tuck your pelvis up towards your nose so you zip up this space right here. And we're gonna do our double straight leg stretch. So squeezing the legs together. We're gonna inhale down for 3, 2, 1. At 0, we exhale up. Now watch my back. What we're not gonna do, 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh, do we see the problem here? Yes, we do. You guys are smart. So keep everything zipped up. Even if this is your 0 and it's a smaller angle, that's okay. Because as soon as we start teaching ourselves that we can disengage down here, our abs suffer. So that when we do need our low core, it's not there for us. So that's why back injuries happen. That's why people get hurt. And that's why recovery sometimes takes a lot longer than it should. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Excellent. Okay, that's our warm-up. I know you're laughing. I can hear you laughing. That's our warm-up for corkscrew, which we haven't done in a little bit. So we're going to start going counterclockwise. It's going to be 1 big inhale and 1 big exhale. So we inhale, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, exhale, 9 and 12. Do that again. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 2 more. Watch my back. 6, 9, 12. Last one. 3, 6, 9, and 12. Knees to chest. Don't get comfy. 1 big inhale. 1 big exhale. Let's prep to go counterclockwise. Here we go. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Big inhale. Big exhale. Just making sure we're doing okay on time. Excellent. Okay. Let's stretch out our left leg. We're going to have right knee, left arm on right knee. I'm fried, you guys. And then drop your right knee over to the side. And my gaze goes to my right hand, keeping my right shoulder down. So if this lifts, that's okay. But I know I need to bring this back a little bit until it comes back down. Take a couple big inhale and exhale cycles here. It got dark in here so fast. Like, I understand we used to need daylight savings time for like growing crops and things in the olden days, but now it just bums me out. I texted my boyfriend before class and I was like, so it's nighttime now and I'm sad. Right hand on left knee, left arm is out, left shoulder is down. Only go as far as feels comfortable. A good rule of thumb for stretching is the edge of discomfort, never pain. That's what we're taught when we're, going through our courses to become certified instructors. You don't want to be stretching someone to the point where they can't talk through it, or even worse, if they can't breathe through the stretch, if you feel like you lose control of your breath. Bad news bears. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's flip over. Let's do pigeon today. So pick a leg, any leg. That shin is going to be parallel to the top of your mat. You're going to slide your opposite leg back and just relax that back leg. Your hips are going to be floating equally. And once you find a good place, you're going to flex this front foot, very important. Save your knees, and then come down into the stretch. So we want to be feeling this here, and also, in our opposite hip flexor. So if you're still not feeling it here, you guys both know you can make a pillow with your hands. I think this might be what I need today. Take a moment. How do you feel? Take your emotional inventory as we start to wrap up class. And let's come back to the top of the pose. We're not quite done. Tuck your back toes under and reach the crown of the head up and away towards the opposite corner where the wall meets the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Untuck your back toes. Push your hands into the floor. And just a real quick, easy transition. Sweep your opposite leg up. And you can see I kind of walk my foot up to where it needs to be. You never want to grab it and manually place it with your arm. That's really likely that you're eventually going to cause yourself some injury. We don't want that. Making sure to flex that front foot. Come right back down to where you were. And remember, wherever you were on the opposite foot, make sure to do that on this side, even if, and especially if you're tight, because that means this side needs just as much love, if not a little more. And just bring yourself back to your breath. All right, come back to the top of the pose. Tuck your back toes under. Sit nice and tall like you have a crown on your head and reach away rather than straight up. And feel this opposite hip flexor get a nice little stretch. For 3, for 2, and 1. Tuck the back toes under. Send this leg back. And let's take one last big fat child's pose. You've earned it. Thank you guys for joining me. Knees are nice and wide. Reach your arms away. Let your shoulders and chest get mega heavy. And this last few seconds are just for you. All right, and on your own time, whenever you're ready, you can bring yourself back up to seated because it is 4:30 and I know you guys got lives to get back to. So thank you guys for joining me. Here's to the start of a brand new week. And I hope your afternoon is a little bit brighter, ironically, as the sun has like pretty much fully set where I am. But
thank you, Allie.
You're so welcome. Bye, Teresa. I'll see you next time.
Bye.